Hey everybody, welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes Rate Heroes seasonal variant. So, it's Valentine's this time.
Yay!
With me today is Gonzag, so we don't have such a bloated conversation this time around.
Yep, it's just the two of us, unless someone else appears.
Oh boy. Well, this one shouldn't be too long since it is the Lovers Abound heroes, who are technically Generation 2 heroes since they came out during the second year. And oddly enough, not the first year. It's like they did Brides first, then Valentine's. It's weird.
Yeah, they just added more seasonals out of nowhere.
Yeah. And we just came from the crux of that trailer, but I guess we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Alright. So, how does this work again? So, the way we do this is we rate units, usually from a 1 to 5 star rating. The way we rate the units is we look mainly at their base kit only. We will talk about things like making them better with skill inheritance and all that jazz, but the rating will pretty much be based on just their base alone. And we also rate their design, just to see if their design fits their character, and if it actually works with them in a lore sense. So yeah, this time around we're talking about the Valentine's units. There are not too many, so I don't think we'll spend too much time here, but the first one is... Boy! Haven't seen her in a while. Oh, hi, Lynn.
Oh, didn't she just came out? Oh wait, it was a year ago.
God. Jeez. Thankfully, this is the last variant we're gonna see from her. At least until Christmas comes around, and I'm not excited for Christmas. Let me tell you that if that's the case. Alright, let me just pull up her, where's the, tier list I usually use? There you are. Alright, so, yeah, Valentine's Lynn. She is a blue-toned, right? Yeah, blue-toned armor unit. I mean, makes more sense than a certain dark mage later on, but yeah, she's armored.
Yep.
So her base
that dress somehow makes her bulky and very slow. I get the slow part, but not the bulky part.
Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, let's talk about her base kit real quick. So she has Blue Gift Plus, which is inheritable, and if a foe uses a bow, dagger, magic, or staff, neutralizes the foe's bonuses during combat. Not necessarily. It's not a ploy. There's a skill like that, wasn't there?
There's like no range, no close.
Yeah, I think that's
the name. I think that's the name of the skill.
Probably, yeah.
It's an interesting skill. It's not really the best because it's kind of circumstantial to what the enemy is doing.
Yeah.
But if you know ahead of time if the enemy is using fortifies or rallies or not, then you can make some use of it. But there are better stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Her assist skill is Ardent Sacrifice, where I think the first time we're seeing this actually is it allows the unit to heal 10 HP to an ally, but the unit loses 10 HP. Then attack speed bond 3, armored, so that works with her. Guard 3, I guess. Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
And then Armor March 3, where if you're using any form of armor emblem, that's practically a necessity.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know what it does, as long as the unit is adjacent to any other armored ally, they actually can move normally.
Yep. And considering she has already a 2 range from a mage.
Yeah.
She doesn't need it, but she appreciates it.
She's mainly there to help the other guys, trud along in order to help them, get to where they need to go. So yeah, honestly, as a unit, she's not necessarily that bad, actually.
Nope. Being an armor unit gives her a lot of BST to work around with. What were her stats?
So yeah, she has a BST of 165 with her highest stat being speed and her second highest stat being resistance.
Yeah, so she has a lot of BST to work around.
Yeah.
She's kind of she's kind of a rest tank. I think her defense is okay, but not high enough.
She has
If I'm not
27.
wrong.
She has 27 defense.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
not high enough, but
that's her
it's
lowest
okay.
stat.
So she's gonna take a hit regardless of what it is, but at least with resistance, she can take many hits in comparison.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's how it's been shown to us, because it's also because of the blue gift effect.
Yeah.
So she's there to tank mages.
Yeah, she's there to like pretty much tank any like ranged unit, really. I mean, even if a bow unit hits her, she's not really gonna take that much damage because not a lot of bow units are like ultra strong. I mean, not every one of them are like her brave version or freaking Bridal Cordelia. So she's not necessarily a lot of danger in that. And being a blue tome, she actually has a lot of range against like and usability against like a lot of the strongest units in the game. To be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Also, because there's like sort of two ways people usually play armors in this game. They either take them all together, or they use armor march and they can just do their thing by themselves.
Yeah, that is true.
If you prefer to do the sticking together strat, like the attack speed bond is really good for what you can do. It helps with her damage output and it prevents doubles. Yeah. Now, what I have a problem with is the guard tree. It's a good skill, but it's really outdated for today's standards. Yes. There are just many skills that do it better, like, you know, I think it was Special Fighter.
Yeah, it's Special Fighter, and then there's also that new skill that just came out.
Yeah, that just... Why are you using guard anyway?
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. Also, like, if you're talking about guard, because the whole thing about guard is just to, like, make sure an enemy unit doesn't use a special, like, at least either right away or can't do it. But, like, I mean, now that we have a unit, like, this is I know this is a seasonal and a Halloween unit, but now that she's here, it's kind of like, it kind of became useless because of her staff, actually. Which is kind of funny. Yeah. But, I mean, like, it's not that brave. I mean, I was about to call her brave. It's not that bright, Valentine's Lynn is bad, but it's like, she really is just to be a ranged tank. I don't think she can really take too many hits, like, up close. Since she's an armored, she should be able to take a few hits up close, but since she doesn't have any, like, means to counterattack close up, that's really gonna, put her down some points. But I mean, like, the fact that she's, you know, does her job as a ranged tank, I think that's just fine, actually.
Yeah, she has a better job just dealing with the range unit.
I'm honestly just shocked that we're actually talking positively about Lynn as a unit for once.
I would consider her one of the better Lynn alts here.
I think
like, she has a unique job. I'm not sure if there's another blue mage armored in the game or not.
No, there isn't.
So yeah, there's a lot of uniqueness in her job, and it's really hard to mess up an armored unit since there's so much stats going around.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just, to me, it's like, I think she's easily probably the second best Lynn, if we're talking about just Lynns in general. That's saying quite a bit, but yeah. So, yeah, there's Valentine's Lynn. I guess we could just talk about real quick about her design. It's weird. I'm sorry for me.
I'm not used to Lynn not hiding her feet. Yeah. I know it sounds weird, but yeah.
No, I'm just not used to Lynn being in such a formal wear. Like, the bridal one makes at least a little bit more sense to me, because whatever, she could get married, whatever, there's no problem with that. But at least even that one, she shows a lot more feet than most of the other characters. And it's just weird because she looks way too formal and proper for this. And if you know Lynn's character, you know that she actually really doesn't like that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a bad.
Kind of, yeah,
it's not a bad.
It's not a bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad design. It's just weird for it to be on this certain character. That's all.
Also, most of the weapons here are like presents and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, it's Valentine's thing, so you know, give gifts. I mean, it's like whatever. at least the Japanese celebrate Valentine's Day, and it's not like saying Easter and shit when they don't really know about Easter.
Now that I'm seeing it, the upper part of the dress is kind of like her normal outfit.
Yeah.
Just a longer version of it.
Yeah, it is.
it's a nice detail, I guess. But still, yeah, it's nothing. Whoa, you know.
Yeah. So, well, at the end of the day, I guess all we can do is just like rate her real quick.
Her base kit is not the best. Like, there's some outdated stuff, like the guard thing, and the blue gift. While it's nice for what she wants to do, there are better tomes for that job.
Yeah.
So, but she still has incredible range of stats. So I will give her 3.5, I guess.
3.5. Yeah, I think I'd give her that too. Her base kit, again, is not necessarily the best in the world. It helps her do what her job is intended to do, but I think, yeah, she's just there to tank. I don't think she's gonna really do much in player phase. Maybe, I guess, maybe the one-off, sword unit that doesn't have distant counter could help out, but that's about it. Oh, man, I'm still shocked that we're talking positively about Lynn.
It's gonna be maybe the only time, so yeah.
Hopefully. God, no, please, Christmas, don't bring her back, please. Oh, man, anyway. So, yeah, after Lynn, we get somebody who really doesn't understand Valentine's, but okay. We get Unbounds Hector.
Oh god, he is so broken.
Oh
my god.
Really is, holy shit. So yeah, Unbounds Hector. He's a Axe armored unit, so that's the third Axe armored Hector in the roster. And he's actually pretty freaking busted. I'm borderline saying that he's, for casual play, he's probably the best Hector. Just for casual play, but let's talk about his base kit real quick. So he has the Berserker Armads, because the Armads needs 3 versions of themselves. Whatever. But yeah, it accelerates special cooldown, so it's a woo gun practically. And if unit's HP is greater or equal to 75% of special triggers by attacking, special cooldown is reduced by 1 at the start of the turn, and it deals plus 10 damage when special triggers. So that's also a Wrath installed in it. Ew.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's a really disgusting. His base special is Glimmer. And once again, this Hector has distant counter. Can we just put that in a fucking different unit for once? Jesus Christ. Hector is
literally...
He's literally the only one with this skill. There are other characters with fucking close counter now. Hector shouldn't be the only one with distant counter. God, that annoys the fuck out of me. But yeah, distant counter. Pretty much Hector can attack both in player phase and enemy phase regardless of range. And Wary Fighter, just to make sure he doesn't get doubled.
Because he really doesn't have speed.
Yeah, but with his stats,
he doesn't need it.
He doesn't really need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, his base stat total is actually 173. Damn, and he has really high attack and defense. It's insane.
I would say he is a more min-max version of regular Hector.
Yeah.
Which is, well, by the time when he came out, it was incredibly insane.
Yeah, because he's the first Hector ult, I think.
Yeah, he's the first Hector ult.
Yeah, and they really went all out with the first Hector ult. Jesus Christ.
Also, I want to say that out of all the armors, a lot of people consider the Berserk armors to be the better version of it.
I actually am a part of that crowd. I think Berserker Armads works really well, and if you put it on any other Hector, if you could put it on any other Hector,
only OC Hector can get Berserk armors.
Yeah, but yeah, it still works well for him because it's not only is it just a regular woo gun, which just accelerates special trigger, but it's also Wrath.
Yeah, it's a Wrath. His set is really... It just synergizes well, because he already has a cooldown special trigger already, so the Glamour is actually just a one shot of triggering. So it's always gonna trigger if they attack you, And after he gets hit once and lower 75% HP, he's always gonna have the glimmer ready.
Yeah, it's
And
just.
it's a glimmer with a Wogan effect, you know?
It's just ridiculous.
It's just insane. It's incredibly good. It's also good for today's standard. Not still good, it's good.
Yeah, it's just good
Yeah.
all around because, like, his entire setup is just special spamming all day. And because of his armor status and, like, his defenses, he can just keep going. Like, it's really hard to stop him.
Yeah.
And again, because of distant counter, there's, like, not a lot of... You can't really, like, attack Hector at a safe distance. It's just really pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's just too insane.
Yeah.
For like in Climber, like we said, works perfectly. The only thing you can change for this Hector would be maybe the Warrior Fighter if you don't like that stuff.
Maybe.
And of course the C skill. But you can just throw this one out with all the skills he has already, and he's gonna kill a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, again, the only other thing he probably needs is just like a movement assist skill, like reposition or swap. Or...
And that's why you have Link.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Hector. So, I guess real quick about design-wise.
I don't like the saggy pants. I'm sorry.
That's the
saggy
the clown pants.
Yeah, it's.
I don't
like. I would be okay with it if it weren't for the clown pants.
I don't get the clown pants either. Like because all the guys have these pants on. It's weird. I don't get it.
It looks like he's using his boxers out.
It kind of, yeah. Also, I know we were gushing about the Berserker armats, but the problem is, like, lore and story-wise, Hector was just going to a festival, and he was bringing armats.
Yeah.
The fucking the paranoid fuck.
Because it's freaking Hector.
Oh god. Or that, or because, you know, Lilina's there too, but...
So it was to kill Roy, okay.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, it's just... It's probably the funniest looking Hector, in my opinion. Besides, you know, base Hector's design, but that's just because of the artist, and
yeah, it's more of an artist issue there.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess all we can do really now is rate him.
5. He just good. He can still kill stuff that are coming out today without a problem. I would give it a 5, and for Fodder, it's still a 5 too. This encounter, like, everybody needs this encounter, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone needs this encounter.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I'd definitely give him a 5 too. He works in all areas. He's good as a player phase and an enemy phase unit. Since he's armored, he has great defenses, so he can like go out there, and it'll take a while before you can take him out if you can. He works well with armored teams, and hell, you can even work with mixed teams if you just have, like, say, a tactics unit on your team too. So.
And even if he has okay resistance, because of stuff like Warrior Fighter, he's not gonna die on the first hit. So
yeah.
Unless you throw him something like a Lilina, which would make sense.
Well, that's. Wait, we're talking about... yeah, we're talking about base Lilina here. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But, that's because base Lilina is pretty busted. But yeah, so 5-star unit right there. I think that's the first seasonal we gave a 5-star.
I mean, he's completely busted, so it makes sense.
That is true. Oh yeah, speaking of Lilina, here's Lilina.
Hey.
So far Lilina's first and only alt. So she is a green-toned cavalry unit, actually. That's interesting.
I guess you wanted to imitate that other green tone cavalry in the game?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, Alright, but yeah, let's talk about Lilina's base kit real quick. So yeah, she has the green gift, which is actually the exact same as Lynn's. You know, no bonuses for any ranged units that are attacking her. She comes with Blazing Flame, which is the first time we're seeing this skill here. And the Blazing Flame is part of a series of other skills that attack actually has an area of effect. So, when the skill activates, you're dealing damage to a bunch of units by a... I can't remember, was it a cross formation or a square formation for the Blazing Flame?
I think the blazing flame was either a diagonal one, or was it a horizontal one? One of those two.
Yeah, it's one of those two. But the point is, it can attack multiple units at once.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has HP and Attack 2, which I think she's the only one with this skill.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice, but
yeah, I mean, it helps her, I guess.
yeah.
And attack tactics. And like we said, tactics, mixed teams, boost allies within 2 turns with it. So she boosts attacks for allies within 2 turns. I mean, like, base kit wise,
I would say it's very mediocre, except for the attack tactic.
Yeah, mediocre, and I think the whole point is like she's just there for the attack tactics.
Yeah,
like,
and the thing is, we now have access to attack tactics at from 4-star units. So
yeah,
what are you gonna use her for now?
I don't know, but it's like it's kind of funky. Just looking at her base kit, I think like she's the whole thing. Like she's just trying to like weaken the opponent for like other allies. So she's trying to be sort of a support unit. But I guess it's really weird. I'm not really sure what exactly they were going with Lilina.
I think they were just throwing a bunch of skills, and that's it.
Probably, yeah, because like yeah, her BST is 145 with her highest stat being her attack stats. So with it being Lilina, that's not really a surprise. But she doesn't really have the speed in order to double enemies, so you either gotta hope that she one-shots a unit, or you gotta hope that there's an ally next to her to like finish the job, because she's not really necessarily the most offensive unit either.
Yeah. Also, you compare her to other green tone cavalries. She's not that special, really.
Yeah.
Like, she's not bringing anything to the table, and she's just not unique enough.
Yeah.
She doesn't have good skills or anything. She was mainly there to pity break people that wanted to go for Hector.
No, yeah, I think that's probably it. And, like,
which is kind of sad because at least OC Lilina is normal Lilina is it's a much better unit now with skill inheritance.
Yeah, and also her new her weapon refinery, because she did get one, and that one's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But compared to that, this Lilina is very underwhelming. I don't think it does her justice.
It really doesn't. Like Lilina, I mean, what's funny about Lilina is if you played her game, The Binding Blade, a lot of people kind of are mixed with her, because like if you're playing, say, normal mode or easy mode, she's one of the best units in the game by the time you get her. But if you're playing hard mode, she's oddly enough one of the worst units in the game. Because the whole thing about it is that her defenses really don't help her, and it's kind of funny. It's like they got hard mode Lilina and then put her here, so she's bad. And base Lilina is easy mode Lilina, and she's good, so that's where she is. Well, I mean, it's not that she's bad. It's just there's not really a focus on her kit. Like, you're gonna have to really work around her if you want to make a certain form of her. And
like at the very least, you cannot just use her as she comes. You have to change almost everything.
You gotta change practically everything, which is pretty sad. And she has cavalry, so I guess the best way to put her is just put her in a horse team, really.
Yep.
But I mean, as a unit, meh. But as a design, I actually really like her design a lot.
I like it, except for that neck thing. I don't know.
The collar thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it makes her look like she has a really long neck. It freaks me out a bit. But besides that, I really like the design. Like, on that pose, it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty classy. I would actually see Lilina wearing this on, like, Lynn.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah. Like, the thing about her design is, like, it actually does fit her a lot better than it does Lynn. Because Lilina, her whole deal is, like, she's Roy's childhood friend, her. But like, when you see like a lot of her support conversations and all that stuff, like she does take her nobility kind of seriously, and she is a proper girl. So yeah, this design really does fit her. Unlike, yeah, like you said, unlike Lynn, whose character really doesn't match her design at all.
Yep. So
and I also like that the whole design just sticks to her color scheme practically to a T. Like there's no alterations to it whatsoever.
Yep, it goes with the hat.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess all we gotta do now is rate her.
It hurts me to do this. I would put it at 1.5. It's
1.5, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's because, range cavalry haven't gotten a buff in stats since Gen 1. So, she's the type of unit that you could have thrown her at the beginning of the game, and it would not make an impact, you know?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give her also 1.5. 0.5 mainly for the design.
Actually, because the design is really good, but...
Yeah, she's a great looking character, but it's just her as a unit really doesn't work.
No.
Sadly. I mean, it's kind of messed up, because, like, we just saw her dad, and her dad is, like... Busted. And then this happens, and it's just like, But yeah, there's Alina. So, let's talk about everyone's favorite boy now. Hey, look, it's Roy. He's our boy. Oh, God, do I have some things to say about Lovers Roy. But, like, real quick. So, Roy is a bow cavalry unit. And he's besides Brave Lynn, he's the only other one who's this class, I believe. But, oh, God. Alright, his base kit. So, Roy has the Gratia Plus, which is exactly the same as the tones for the ladies. It nullifies bonuses for ranged targets. He has Reciprocal Aid, which, unlike Ardent Sacrifice, where it's just a base 10 HP, it actually swaps the HP completely with an ally. So if an ally is at 1 HP and he's at full, he'll swap with the ally, so he'll be at 1 and the ally will have Roy's maximum HP. Then we have Deathblow 3, which for a bow unit is not a bad skill. You know, grants plus 6 attack if unit initiates combat, and usually for bow units, that's really all you want to do. You just want them to hit hard and hit right from the get-go. And he also has Bow Valor, which I think he's the only one with Bow Valor right now.
Probably. Not that power skills are that used anymore. Getting SP today, it's really easy.
Yeah, I mean, even with how easy getting SP is, I think it's still viable to have a Valor skill, though, just to cut down time that much more.
I guess.
But yeah, that's his entire base kit. So you're probably wondering, so it sounds like you didn't really necessarily like Roy. Why is that? His fucking stats. So Roy, he has 145 BST, much like Alina. The problem is, I think Roy is outright the slowest character in the game.
He kind of is in some ways, yeah.
He has a base 19 speed.
It's really bad.
That is horrendous. That is really bad, especially for a bow unit. And the thing is, like, but with Deathblow, you think Roy would hit hard, right? He only has an attack of 35. It's just, I don't get it. I mean, like, because the whole thing, what's funny is, like, before him, we got Brave Roy. And Brave Roy is actually pretty good. He can hit hard and he can hit multiple times, but this Roy's comes out of nowhere and he's like, hey guys, first time I'm using a bow, so yeah, let's have fun, I guess. Oh, man. I mean, like,
I gotta say,
he has high resistance, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. He cannot, his space kit, besides the Deathblow, I guess, his space kit is really not, you cannot use it. Gracia is not a good weapon for him.
No, it's not.
It doesn't help mitigate his weakness, which is mainly the speed part.
Yeah.
Now, he has some uses, but it's kind of gimmicky on some ways. Like, the only two sets I can think of, and you have to use Coherence for this stuff to fix it, it would be either like a quad set, but you would have to use some shenanigans like Brave Bow and Rash Assault Desperation, which they're better units. You could use that combination on, because you can only do it once, so why would you waste it on a Roy?
Yeah.
And the other one is where you use the guard bow and just go full distance defense 9.
Yeah, that is
Again,
true.
why would you use it on this Roy when there are better units for that?
It's really bad. I mean, he's not even a colored bow. He's a colorless bow. So you're pulling on colorless for him, which is already a hell in and of itself. And then it's like, it's just, I can't see any use for Roy, especially nowadays. Like, I've barely found a use for him back when he first came out, and that was only because of the Tempest trial. Because at least he got bonuses from the Tempest trial, which helped him not die instantly. So, yeah.
Yep. Whatever set he can run that he can use well, other units can run it better than him.
Yeah, it's just...
Kim Haddon, like the fact that he has cavalry stats hurt him a lot because, well, like we said, the only other bow cavalry user is Bravelyn.
Yeah.
But unlike it, because Bravelyn is a brave unit, she actually got like a unique bonus to her. She has more stats than this Roy, like 7 more stats if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and she comes with a legendary weapon. This guy has nothing on her.
Yeah,
there's no reason.
It's really sad that the only competition that he has is Bravelyn. But I think even if another bow cavalry unit comes out later along the line, I think they would still outclass Lover's Roy. He's just not good.
Like, the only thing he has going for is his attack, but he cannot like use it well because he can only attack once usually. Yeah, he's not good. He's really bad.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of his design either.
More saggy pants. Well, this looks a lot more like bloomers, I guess.
It looks like those yeah, it looks like bloomers. It's weird.
Yeah, if it weren't for that part, I would be more okay with it because the upper part is fine.
I mean, the one detail I do like about his design is, oddly enough, his bouquet, because his bouquet is kind of a combination of the colors for Elliewood and Bridal Minions, so that's a nice touch. But besides that, I really don't like this character. I really don't like this unit, sorry. Like, much at all. I have very little good to say about him.
Same.
So,
it's kind of sad.
I guess all that's left is a rating.
He is, like, I was gonna come here and think that probably Lilina was gonna be the worst unit, but then I remember this Roy.
Yeah.
So he's a 1 for me.
Yeah, no, he's just outright a 1. Not, like, there's very little I like about him, and it's just like, if you want to use him, you gotta, like, really invest in him, and like you said, there are just so many better units to invest in than Roy.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because it looks like the Binding Blade units in this banner got chapped compared to the Blazing.
Yeah, it really does, and it doesn't help because the Binding Blade units are constantly getting shafted. I mean, we have to literally wait until next year before we actually get a banner focused on them.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Sad.
But yeah, so after that, we get our last unit, who was initially a Tempest Trial unit.
Yay.
Lover's Elliewood. Lover's Elliewood. He's a Lance Armored unit. Yeah, that's about all I can say. No, I'm joking. Yeah, he has his uniques. Well, it's not really unique because it's inheritable, but he has his lance, the Casablanca Plus, and if a foe uses bow, dagger, magic staff, blah blah blah, it neutralizes the bonuses.
It's like it's basically the gift weapon.
Yeah, it's literally all the other gift weapons. So yeah, you can see how out of place Hector is because he's the one who's just like, nah, dog, I'm just gonna go kill everyone. But yeah, And then when we have, he has rally attack and defense. I guess it works if you have him in an armor team. Yeah, but like, I guess you would usually want him to like, you know, get a different assist skill. Fire boost. Fire boosts are just, the boost skills are just not usable nowadays.
They suck.
Yeah.
They just outright suck. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if you think about it, an attack plus 3, a base attack plus 3 is better than a freaking 5.
Yeah, because like if the unit loses any HP, and they're gonna lose HP, there's no way a unit's not gonna not lose HP. They lose their bonus.
And there's this problem that when you play PvE stuff in this game, usually the enemy has like busted HP.
Yeah.
So you're really not gonna use this ever.
Yeah. So the boost skills were a cute idea, is what I'm gonna. Yeah. Is what I'll say. They were a cute idea, but they were sadly became really irrelevant as the game.
It just like the defined skills. You really shouldn't use them ever.
Yeah. However, he does have actually a really good C skill, Gold Armor, which up until this point was only locked to 5-star Hector, base Hector.
Yeah. And why would you kill a Hector for that when he has this encounter?
But now Eliwood has it, and Gold Armor is actually, like we said, really good. It just grants attack and speed +4 to any armor allies within 2 spaces. And it's not an actual, it's hidden bonuses, so you can't get rid of those bonus stats. So Gold is actually really good for him, in my opinion.
But yeah, Gold is fantastic, but besides that, his base kit is nothing to be, like, whoa?
Yeah.
To say the least. He really needs to, he has a lot of strength in his sets. We're gonna talk about it in a bit, but he really needs to change stuff. Casablanca doesn't help him, especially because, like, even if you wanted to use the effect wall, you would need something like this encounter to actually take something out of it, out of tanking range units.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. But yeah, his BST is actually not that, it's not necessarily that bad actually. It's 175, and he has good attack, and he has actually a balanced defenses of 29 on both defense and res. And he has 32 speed, so with that amount of speed, he's actually not going to get doubled too easily, but he's not going to be doubling virtually at all.
It's more to like survive and stuff. Yeah. He really is like the definition of a mixed tank.
Yeah, he really is.
I would argue because well, my opinions of him have changed in the last month.
Okay.
Because we got the introduction of the heroic grail stuff. So it's easy. It takes time, but it's easy for anybody to make a +10 of this guy.
Yeah.
And I think that puts him up a notch in my book.
Yeah, it really does. The grails really did help the Tempest Trial units, because if it wasn't for that, we just have that base kit.
And yeah, you cannot do that much with it, but the thing is, there's a few units that when you try to merge a unit, you usually want to do it on a unit that it takes advantage of all the stats.
Yeah.
You give it to, and him being a mixed semi-fast tank, he actually wants to have all those stats.
Yeah, he does. It's like it's pretty. He's not he like we're saying. It's like he's not bad. He's not the best unit, but he's not bad at all.
Yeah, he's not bad at all.
Yeah,
I would think he's better than some other lance armor units you can get usually, like Effie or Gwendolyn.
Yeah, and the main reason for that is because, like, I think because his speed is so high, he doesn't need to really rely on something like Rary Fighter, so he could actually switch that out for a better B skill.
Yep.
And well, obviously we gotta switch out Fire Boost, but that goes without saying.
It sucks.
Yeah.
You could give it from what I've seen, people give it either this encounter or that new one we got recently from Cliff for the defense resistance.
Oh yeah.
Because it just goes well with his mixed bulk, you know.
Yeah, but that's true. But it's like, didn't they actually nerf that skill? Because wasn't it like ridiculous when it first came out, or wasn't like the description
it's
was
still ridiculous. No, it's still ridiculous.
Wow, I thought they nerfed it. All right, so yeah, you could do that with him. I'm just trying to figure out what weapon will work well with him, actually.
Let me remember that. I've seen someone give it a pursuit lance, but it's not that common either. Like it helps with his resistance tank, but it's not that common either.
Yeah,
I think people give him either the what was the harmonic lance or the flaming lance usually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes
It's
sense.
just generic stuff, you know. He like he weapon wise or set wise, he's not really that special. What's special is how his BSD is spread out.
Yeah.
It's good all around. So he benefits a lot from doing different stuff. You know?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So that's him as a unit. I guess all that's left is talk about him as his outfit.
Yeah. I think that when we were talking about the other time, I think he has like a bigger bouquet of flowers. I think like that's sort of a reference to his relationship with Ninian in the game.
Yeah. He does. He's like he has a pretty massive bouquet of flowers. It's kind of funny,
Yeah.
but I mean, like I don't necessarily hate his design. Again, for some reason they gave those clown pants to all the guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it, and I think I think his boots are a little too high.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Just one wrong misstep, and Elliowood is chafing for the rest of the day. That's all I'm saying.
It's kind of weird with the man outfit in this banner.
Yeah.
I like the top up part, but for the saggy pants down, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's just I don't get it. I mean, and I know I was talking about Hector with his armads, but like at least Roy's lance looks festive.
Yeah, at the very least, like
Yeah.
because it's sort of like a banner sort of lance of sorts.
Yeah.
It has that I don't know what to call it.
I guess it's like a flag thing.
Yeah, it's sort of like a flag thing.
Yeah, I'm just oh god. I just love how the game even points it out. It's just like Hector, why the fuck did you bring armads?
Yeah.
It's like, cause we're fighting. Hector's not that kind of fight, you dumb asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I guess that's Elliowood. Let's give him a quick rating right now, because you know.
I actually want to rate it on two things. First, I want to rate it without before heroic grails because it has to be fair with that.
All right.
Before that, he really has no potential because, like I said, he really needs merges if he wants to do something with it. Mm-hmm. And not having that because before that he could only at most have a +1. He was, I wouldn't say mediocre, but you had better options otherwise.
Yeah.
So back then I would rate it a 2.5, honestly.
Okay.
But now that he has access to it, and it's a really easy thing to do. You just have to play the game, and eventually you'll get it if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it a 4 because he just becomes very versatile. It's still not on the level of Hector. Like Hector just does so many more stuff, and he does it so quickly. But he's just versatile. That's like what makes him special, I guess.
Yeah.
So I would put it a 4 with the new heroic grail stuff.
Alright. Well, honestly, I'd give him a 3.5 because, like, yeah, he could get the grails and everything like that, but I still feel like he doesn't necessarily contribute the best in, like, both phases. He's a decent mixed tank, so I feel like he's more of an enemy phase unit than a player phase one, and he can be used to, like, bait a lot of enemies. Which seems to be the theme that this banner is going with. Like, just have these characters bait the enemies. But, besides that, like, he's not bad. Thanks to Grails, he's way better. So I'll definitely give him a 3.5. And I think out of the guys, at least, he's probably has the best outfit.
Yeah, it's not, the saggy pants are not as saggy, so it's not that whoa.
Yeah. And also, I'm giving him a few extra 5 points, because, yeah, he's literally, so far, the only alt Elliowood has.
And he has a better, like, he has much a better design than normal Elliowood.
Yeah.
The big eyes.
Jeez. Alright, so yeah. Like I said, this one was going to be pretty short. This was the Lover's Banner. So, yeah, I guess we could just rate these units as usual from best to worst. So, let's go.
The best is Hector. Like, that's not a fight.
Yeah.
I think very few people can match that. Now, I think, like I said before, because of the Grail stuff, I think the next one is Elwood, and then after that it's Lynn.
For best, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
going from best to worst.
which one is
And then after that is Lilina, and of course, Shitty Roy is last.
Yeah. Okay.
Why would you pull for him? God damn it.
I don't know what. I think it's I feel like it's like we didn't really get his stats when the banner came out. So everyone was like, "Oh, cool, Roy with a bow," and then his stats came out. We're just like, "Fuck, why did I waste swords on him?" Yeah, I'm probably the same. Hector's definitely just hands down the best. He's honestly even top tier, even to this day, as axe units, which is still occupied by just Hector. There's only one other person as a top tier axe unit, and that's like, jeez. But yeah, Hector's best. Yeah, I'd say second is Elwood, then Lynn, then Lilina, and Roy is hands down dead last, right at the bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward what you want or not in this banner.
Yeah, which is nice to see for once. But yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. I'm kind of curious to see what they're gonna do for next year with the Valentine's banners, but it's like, yeah. Oh boy, here's hoping. And also, here's hoping for like a better spread of units, because man, how many freaking Fates and Awakening characters have we talked about already?
Yeah, I think this is one of the only banners where it has nothing to do with Fates Awakening.
It is, which is a shock. But at the same time, it's also another game that people like that IS focus a lot on of the Elite games.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love the Elite games. I really do. If anything, if anyone asks me which Fire Emblem game they should start with, I always point towards the GBA Fire Emblem game as a starting point. But it's like, I feel it's a lot like with Smash Bros. You could easily bring the spotlight to a lot of characters that haven't had the spotlight before, instead of just focusing on, the fan favorites and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, IS doesn't like to move on to other stuff. Like,
yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, like, going a little off topic, like just recently we had that Adrift banner, and it's like there was a theme going on with that Adrift banner, but then out of nowhere, Camilla.
It could have been anybody else. But
it really could have been anyone else, because the entire theme behind that banner was Vala.
Yeah.
Camilla had nothing to do with Vala. I don't hate her.
It could have been a wreath. It's
no,
a shame.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't hate her. I honestly don't hate Camilla. Like, I mean, I wasn't different about her when she first came out. She's not necessarily my favorite character, but I mean, I don't think she's a bad character. Design-wise, well, we all know about her design-wise, but it's like, it's just, there are so many other characters, and if you're going with a theme, don't play the safe route. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like, because, oh my god, how many characters could we have gotten? We could have gotten, like, Sumeragi, we could have gotten Lilith, we could have gotten so many characters actually making sense for a Vala banner. That's all I'm saying.
It's kind of sad with the Lilith situation. They just tease her a lot with weapons or accessories, but we're never gonna get her at this point.
Yeah, it's funny because that's Corrin's actual sister.
Yeah.
God damn it, people. Alright, well, so that was Lovers Abound. Pretty short one, like I thought it was gonna be. I didn't necessarily hate this banner, but I really wish they could have at least made the horse units just a smidge better.
Yeah, it just chits on Body Blade characters on this one.
Yeah, it really does. Alright then. Well, that's it for this time. So, what is the next seasonal we're gonna look at?
I think it's summer.
Oh.
So it's gonna be... I don't know how we're gonna do that one, because there's like double summer, Well, so it's actually 4 summer banners.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's like 4... Oh, I forgot they came out with like 8 units for both years.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think that was just gonna have to be a long video.
That's still on the episode.
That's good. I think that's gonna be our longest one.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, here's looking forward to summer, I guess. Alright, well, thanks for coming. You can find me here. You can find me on Twitch. Links below. You can find Gonzaga at his channel with his link below. And we'll catch you guys next time. So, bye.
See ya.